Namaste, brothers and sisters. This is Jen, and I'm just making this video. So this would be an amazing opportunity to share this video. Hold on a minute. Namaste, brothers and sisters. This is Jen. I think you might have missed that opening, but just to say welcome to everybody. I've been guided to make this video because quite a lot of people at the moment are going through a lot of anxiety. And so I've been really strongly guided by Spirit to basically share some tips about anxiety. So is anyone there? Let's just share this in the event is happening. And I'll also start a watch party. Who's that? Who have we got online? Has it given me the option to start a watch party? No, that's weird. So yeah, it'd be amazing if we could share this video. That would be so powerful. And this is going to be really, really helpful for lots and lots of brothers and sisters that are experiencing anxiety at the moment. So if you know people that are experiencing anxiety, this would be a really wonderful opportunity for you to share this video live now. And we can just talk about it a little bit. Hi Leslie, hi Gabrielle, hi everybody. So, namaste everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, just basically what happened was I just went on the event is happening group today, and there were quite a number of posts where people were sharing about the fact that they've got anxiety, and I took a moment to tune into the collective, and it's been really, really coming up for me a lot that a lot of people are experiencing anxiety. And it's something that I don't have. I used to have it very, very mildly, and I was able to basically to heal it at a core level. And I learned a lot about anxiety and about the sort of like inner mechanisms of it through my own experience of like a tiny little bit of mild anxiety quite a few years ago. But before I go into sharing the actual meditation technique, just want everyone to remind everyone that very often, if we are experiencing anxiety, it is because there is something, there's a couple of major things going on. Firstly, our soul is giving us a message. Our soul is giving us messages through signs and synchronicities and alignments. But we're not getting the message, or we're ignoring the message, or the message is too beautiful, because very often these messages are coming from our heart, and then our mind will just reject these messages and these knowings from our heart because they're so beautiful. So when we do that, when we push away the messages from our higher self, then our higher self does have to get our attention. And so one of the ways that our higher self will get our attention is through anxiety. And so that is one of the major causes of anxiety, is the fact that you are not really listening to your deep inner self and heeding its messages. So it could be trying to tell you that you're not meant to be in this job anymore, or it could be trying to tell you that you're not on your grid point, you're meant to be moving, you're meant to be relocating. It could be that your higher self is trying to tell you that this relationship is no longer serving you. If you just can continually ignore those messages and say, oh no, I'm just making it up, no, that's not happening, then of course your body is going to have to get your attention, and it's going to have to shout louder. And so very often that will be through the symptoms of anxiety. So it's very important for you to look at what am I really listening to my heart, and you know, taking heed of my heart. Another major cause of anxiety is to do with when we have allowed negative thoughts to, like, where we just basically are believing in negative thoughts. So say, for example, you know that you're on the twin soul path, and you know that it's definitely in divine timing, you're meant to unite with your divine counterpart. But if you perpetually have this very, very negative narrative of like, that's just a fantasy, that I'm just making it up, that's just a total illusion, then basically you're creating thoughts that are out of alignment with your heart's destiny. And so when we have thoughts that are out of alignment with our destiny and where we're going, then again, our body needs to give us symptoms. And one of the very, very strongest symptoms that our body will give us is anxiety. And that's your body's way of saying, there's something not in alignment here. There's something not in alignment. Like your thoughts and your destiny are not in alignment. And so basically, in order to heal that, it's about becoming mindful and masterful around the monkey mind. Like that is what the whole path is all about, isn't it? It's about finding tools and practices so that we're not being pulled along by the egoic consciousness, which is basically like a blind horse that doesn't know where it's going. It really doesn't know where it's going. But unless we sort of like have a practice, to establish that our higher self is master over our egoic consciousness, then we're going to keep on being out of alignment. So I hope that has been a bit of an aha moment for some of you, that those two little tips can just help you really, really just tune in and just check like how in alignment you are. And it's really, this would be a wonderful opportunity for you to commit to a spiritual practice. Like my spiritual practice is whenever I remember, I just stop thinking. This is called resting as awareness for short moments. And this practice comes from Balanced View. And I can post the links about Balanced View. It's a really, really powerful practice. So whenever I remember, I just stop thinking. I bring my awareness to the present moment. And I prioritise present moment awareness over the sort of like the indulgence or the analysis of all data, all thoughts and emotions. So this is very, very powerful. I believe that it is my spiritual practice of resting as awareness for short moments that has absolutely, completely and utterly eradicated anxiety at its root, because I am no longer invested in my thoughts. Like my thoughts now, because I've been so committed to my spiritual practice for so long, my thoughts are quite like, they're just like a crappy radio station which I am under no obligation to tune into. So that doesn't mean that the thoughts are gone. Just like the sky can't get rid of the clouds are always there, the thoughts are always there, but I'm not like tuning into it, believing it, investing it, investing in that story. And then because of that, these thoughts, that which is temporary, that which is of the illusory realm, has absolutely nothing to hook into. There is nothing it can hook into, because I've prioritized present moment awareness over all thoughts, whether that is the most enlightened thought I've ever thought, whether that's the scariest thought, whether that's the most aroused thought I've ever thought. It doesn't matter. Whatever thought I have, I'm committed to the practice of just jumping off the thought train and bringing my awareness to the present moment. And because of that, my thoughts no longer have the power to hurt me or harm me or affect me, really, because I'm the observer. Because prior to that practice, I was one with my thoughts. There was just this complete and utter soup of identification that I was the thought. Do you know what I mean? I was the story. I was the she who's pissed off. I was the story, the narrative, until I had my spiritual practice. I didn't get rid of my story, I didn't get rid of my thoughts, but there's an observer, there's a sense of spaciousness. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? This heals and clears anxiety at its absolute root, because the thoughts have nothing to hook into, because of the practice, because you're committed to your practice of being empty, of just being empty. Do you know what I'm saying? Is there any little comments about that? Shared, thank you. Yeah, share this video, brothers and sisters. This is a really, really important message for teaching sister love from heart. Hi, Sonia. Yeah, so that's a few top tips for how to, not have anxiety as a thing in your life. But if you are experiencing anxiety, please know that I'm really, really sorry, and I love you, and I'm with you, and if I was with you, I would be holding your hand, and I'd be stroking your back, and I'd be singing to you, like I really, really would. Like I'm so with you, and I love you. And if you're experiencing anxiety now, know that you are not alone. You have a community of light worker brothers and sisters who love you, who adore you, who are holding your hand, and who want to help you and want to support you, and I am one of them. So if you're open to this, I would love to share with you all a meditation that came through myself. And this meditation was brought through at a time last year when one of my oldest rainbow soul brothers from about 20 years, he was in the deepest throes of a nervous breakdown. He was absolutely in the thick of a nervous breakdown, and finally, eventually, he called me. He was able to call me, and he was like, Jen, I just knew I had to call you. And I went round to see him, and I channeled this healing meditation for him. And basically, it completely and utterly cleared his anxiety, and it healed him, and it brought him out of his nervous breakdown. And it was amazing. Basically, I made it into an MP3, and he worked with it every single day for quite a long time. But I'm going to let everyone know that it is available as an MP3 as well. But anyway, I brought through this really, really powerful healing transmission that will eradicate the vibration of anxiety within at its root within your etheric field. But this meditation, this is addressing the vibrational cause. This is addressing the vibrational cause because of the tones and the frequencies that we're working with. But in order for you to really, truly, absolutely eradicate anxiety, take on these other things these practices that I've spoken about as well. So you're having kind of like a two-pronged approach. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're working on the symptoms, healing the symptoms, but you're also absolutely eradicating the cause. So I hope that all makes sense. I'm trusting it does make sense. So if you're open to this, I would love to guide you on a meditation that will assist you to completely and utterly heal your anxiety. Yeah, if you're going to do the meditation, do the meditation. If you're not going to do it, then just come back and do it later before you go to bed. But let's not create a leak in this container, because let's actually set an intention now. We've got 88 people on the call. Let's set an intention that we're actually going to inject this program, this really, really, really deep fifth dimensional program into our collective grid, that all our brothers and sisters that are experiencing anxiety are going to be able to tap into this frequency, that we are all going to be co-creating together, working with the crystalline core, working with the energy of the rose quartz, with the energy of magenta, the frequency of magenta and the rainbow light. We are emitting this new codon from our crystalline core, so that all of our brothers and sisters that are experiencing anxiety are going to be able to tap into this vibration, and it's going to be able to bring them healing and solace. So I'm now going to just guide us on a meditation now, brothers and sisters. So just inviting you just to close your eyes, and just to find yourself in a comfortable position. Just ensure your back is supported. Just begin to take some deep breaths. Breathing in through your navel centre. As you breathe out, just relaxing your body, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your jaw and your facial muscles. Bringing your full awareness to where your body is in contact with the floor or the chair. And allowing yourself to drop into the knowing that you are being held. In this moment, you are being supported. And it is safe for you to deeply relax. So allowing your consciousness to drop deeply into the present moment, into your vessel, to your physical self. Just attuning to that sensation of all the areas where your body is in contact with the floor or the chair. Allowing yourself to drop into that deepest space of comfort that resides within your own being. On the next out breath, visualizing a grounding cord coming out of your root center, sending this grounding cord now deep into the core of Mother Earth. With each out breath, sending your grounding cord deeper and deeper. Visualizing it wrapping itself tightly around the core of Mother Earth. You are being invited now to place your two hands just above your belly button, the side of your belly button. And just visualize your palms now have been ignited with a golden light. Golden pink light, and this pink light is connected to Mother Mary. So just get a sense now of this beautiful, warm, healing energy just being placed above your Hara center, above your navel center. And just take some very, very deep, slow, conscious breaths. And as you breathe out, repeat the word calm. I am calm. With each out breath, keep repeating, I feel calm. I am calm. Knowing that the word calm holds a morphic resonance, which when spoken you invoke. You keep repeating the powerful words, I am calm. I feel calm. And allow the morphic resonance of this word to envelop you like a blanket, like a shawl. A beautiful golden green shawl as you repeat the word calm. I am calm. I feel calm. And as you are repeating these powerful words, please take a moment to visualize Mother Mary standing behind you. And she is clothed in magenta robes, and her hands are illuminated with golden light. And she places her hands above onto your shoulders as she transmits this divine mother energy, this grounding, deep magenta mother energy, like elixir, is pouring from your neck, from your shoulders into your whole body as you repeat the word calm. I am calm. Using your breath, observing how your anxiety levels have transformed significantly already, feeling deeply in control as you take another deep breath, and this time you breathe out with even more steadiness, even more control, even more feeling the vibration of calm. Repeating, I am calm. Remembering that this is the most powerful word that you can work with whilst in the throes of anxiety. That when you say this word, you invoke this vibration. This is a very high and holy and deep vibration that is your birthright, that is accessible to you once it is invoked. Healing is extraordinarily simple. Feeling Mother Mary transmitting her divine cosmic mother energy, sending you waves upon waves of calm energy. She's now bringing through a very pale pink light, golden light, that is working now on your nervous system, working with the energy of the rose frequency, bringing equilibrium and balance to your nervous system. Just use your breath, use the power of your intention to know this to be so. At all times remembering how empowered you are to invoke your own healing. These tools are eternally available to you. Taking a deep breath in, repeating, I am deeply calm. Every cell of my body is at peace. I am home. I am home. So, brothers and sisters, this is an introduction to a healing meditation that will bring you profound solace and peace in the throes of any level of anxiety, whether that be a full-blown anxiety attack or whether that be a very low-level anxiety. Please know that you are deeply empowered to use this tool. This is your birthright. Please know that it is important to share this tool with other brothers and sisters that are experiencing anxiety, that we may spread the word, that it is possible for it to be eradicated very easily and very quickly. This meditation is now complete. In your own time, you can come back into your body, come back into, bring your conscious awareness back into the room. So welcome back, brothers and sisters. Thank you all so much. I would really, really love to hear your feedback of how that was for you, and especially if you were experiencing anxiety before the meditation and what your levels of anxiety were like after the meditation. It's very important for me to receive this feedback so that we can know and it can be tweaked. I'm pretty sure it worked like it did with my friend, my really, really, really good soul brother. And I mean, he was like in a very, very, very high level of anxiety, and it healed him so fast. So I, because it's worked in the most extreme case, I have every faith that that it is going to work. So let me know, please feed back to me, brothers and sisters. Yeah, and also just to let everyone know, I actually bought through an MP3 for my soul brother, and it's available. It's 11:11, and if you'd like to gift yourself that, and it's basically me guiding that meditation with some really nice music, and it is the proper meditation. So I'll post the link, or I'll just put a link for you if you would like to buy it. And if you are suffering from quite severe anxiety, then it would be quite good for you to listen to that for a few weeks. I know my friend did. He listened to it for quite a few weeks, every single night. In fact, bless him, he listened to it on a loop. Bless him. But it worked. It healed him, so yeah, let me know. There is amazing tools available to support you, and I'll post the link about that. And and also just want to say a little bit about the energy that's building up for the 9/9, and I just think it's really interesting that so many of us, kind of people that are in a similar role to myself, are feeling this big energy aligning as we're working with this transition from carbon to crystalline. Like, it was really, really clear to me from my spirit team that this 9/9 transmission was meant to be about that, about preparation, and somehow like to really, really bring it into our consciousness that we are in the time of the shift. Like, this is the lifetime of the shift. This is the lifetime of the ascension. Like, we are ascending in these forms, in these bodies, and it's a whole new level of being, of consciousness, where we're going. And so these transmissions are an opportunity for us to come together to receive profound galactic support and information and remembrance around this journey of earthly ascension, and the actual process from as we are shifting from carbon to crystalline, and the fact that we're going to be working with the corridor of light, which is what's spoken about in David Ash's book, who I'll be doing an interview with David Ash next week, or next Tuesday, funnily enough. After the Monday is the transmission, and then David Ash is coming to my house on the Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about twin flames and ascension. So that's going to be very, very interesting. But so meeting David Ash has been very, very powerful for me in terms of just like placing, like, because I've had a very sort of like deep mystical understanding about the Samvartaka, about the solar flash event. But meeting David, he's a physicist, he's a scientist, like a really highly acclaimed like scientist and physicist. So he's got all like the scientific information that backs up exactly what the sort of like mystics have been saying. And so me meeting David, and we're both Librans, and having this really, really deep soul connection and recognition with him has been so powerful and empowering for me on my journey, because it's like suddenly it's like the right and the left brain are just like fitting together in perfect unison, and it is just empowering this message that I've incarnated to bring forth, that that we are in, not only me, but like everyone, a lot of us, that we are in the time of this great shift, and these vessels are changing. I intend to stick around in this vessel for a couple of thousand years, brothers and sisters, and I even dropped that at my family at my mum's 70th birthday. I even with my son Finn. But it was quite a moment, but they weren't shocked. But that is literally what is going on here. Like, you know, this is the lifetime of the ascension. We are ascending in these physical forms. Like, this is it. So you've got to learn to love yourself and like yourself, because we're basically, you know, going to be with ourselves for a very, very long time in these particular forms. So the 9-9 transmission is a wonderful and powerful opportunity for us to come together and actually experience a dress rehearsal. Like, for any good show, there's got to be a dress rehearsal, and this is going to be the dress rehearsal for our ascension, working with the auspicious doorway of light as spoken about in David Ash's books. Where is David Ash's book? It's somewhere. So just wanted to let everyone know about that, and the more brothers and sisters that can be part of these transmissions, definitely the more powerful it is for the collective and for all of us. So I'll post the link to book onto the transmission, and also just want to say I'm being guided to do more videos in the Event is Happening group, and I will be facilitating a meditation in the next couple of days where we're actually going to be doing a really, really deep meta meditation for our world leaders, particularly the ones who are in charge of the Amazon. I got a really strong download that we've got to connect in our hearts with these brothers and sisters that are in these positions of leadership. So I'll be facilitating a meditation in the next couple of days, working with the higher self of the leaders of the political parties. So just wanted to let everyone know about that, and also would be so amazing to see some more brothers and sisters come to Mount Shasta. Like, the residential retreat is sold out, but the retreat on the 5th and the 6th is actually going to be quite an open group. So, and it's also available for one day if you just want to come for one day. And it'll be such an amazing opportunity for us to meet in person. Like, it's all very well, like, having this amazing relationship with technology, but actually when we do this work in person, it's so healing, it's so beautiful, it's so, like, deeply, deeply soul nourishing for us to hug each other and laugh together and to look into each other's eyes and to sing with each other and to pray together and to walk sacredly on the earth together. So this is a message for brothers and sisters. Like, there are still places for the non-residential retreat in Mount Shasta, and I'm so looking forward to that. I saw my friend Hugh, who's just got back from Mount Shasta, and he was telling me that they went up there. He's going to give me the links to all the amazing places to go, and he said he went up there and did a meditation, and when he was meditating he felt the presence of these tall white beings, and as he said the tall white beings, I just saw them. I knew that he was going to say tall white beings, because I do get visions of the tall white beings, and I believe that they are connected to Arcturius, but I also believe that they're connected to other planetary star systems that I don't know about. I don't know what they're called, these tall beings. That's what I'm being sort of like told. So it's, for me, it's so exciting going to Shasta. It is such a portal. Like, obviously I live in Glastonbury, which is also an extremely powerful portal, and I'm a gatekeeper here, but to go out into these other portal points is going to be so auspicious and so magical. So I really, really look forward to opening up this space to invite more brothers and sisters to come and meet me, and like, and I really, really do walk the path of new paradigm leadership, brothers and sisters. Like, this is like a rainbow circle where I'm just like a facilitator, but we're all as one, as brothers and sisters in the circle, and we're just here to love each other home. Like, literally, it's really, really deep soul medicine work, and it is truly, truly my dharma to do this work in person. So I feel really cool to just say, come and meet me in Mount Shasta. Like, you don't have to be in America. Like, come from England, come from Europe, come from Australia. Like, come, let's have a convergence in Mount Shasta. I've got so many amazing ideas I want to share with you all. So that's that. I'll just see if there's any more messages. I'm so in need of this. Oh, Jess, darling. Hi, Claudie. See you in Shasta soon, sister. Jess, see you in Shasta soon, love. Oh, it makes me feel really sad to know that people I love suffer from anxiety, because anxiety is it really, really grips you. So very calm. I had pain, even my ribs were sore. Yeah, so I really want to know how everybody is doing, like how their anxiety levels are doing. Can you fill me in? What about on the event is happening? Is there any... Oh no, I can't reload that later. So very calm. I think that's all the messages. That's it. Okay, wow. Alright, let's just see. I owe you my sanity to help me to keep it the past year and a half. Oh God. If anyone has ideas where to stay at Mount Shasta, I'm coming from Canada. Elizabeth, sweetheart, you can stay at Stuart Springs. They've got all sorts of availability, and they've got loads of, like, they've got dorms, they've got rooms, they've got cabins, they've got apartments. Like Stuart Springs, just check out Stuart Springs, and it's in Weed, California, Mount Shasta. That would be amazing. I'd love to meet you, love. Just trying to can't really access any of these messages on the event page, but I'm just going to see if there's how everyone is actually doing. I feel much more centered and grounded after this work, and it's like all the little failing octopus tentacles of thought I've had lately just hanging around now, limp for me to pick up. Wow, that's really interesting. I feel much more centered. Undo it, please, no, instead of them being crazy, a bit scary. That was wonderful. Not a high level of anxiety to begin with, but I know these tools will help. Anxiety before 7 out of 10. Anxiety after 2 out of 10. Very good. First few moments meditation I've had in far too long, thank you. Where is the MP3 available? That was amazing, thank you. Oh, you really need to work, girl. I don't know what that means. I love all of you. I absolutely love this group. I love you. This is an amazing message. And using wonderful, useful examples. You are so dear, Jen. Oh, okay. So that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm really. Oh, I don't want to. Haven't paused the video. Hold on a minute. It's all gone weird. It's saying Jen McCarthy's paused the video, but I haven't. Anyway. So I think that is my message, brothers and sisters. The message is that you can use these tools. You can absolutely use these tools to stay anxiety free. And the word calm is so powerful. And I just want to now just send a final prayer and a final blessing into all of your fields, because of my spiritual practice and who I am, I really have cut the root of anxiety, and that feels like such an auspicious place to stand, in a place to be able to send out a blessing that all of you, brothers and sisters, you can also be free of all anxiety, because anxiety is connected to where you're being ruled by your thoughts, where you have forgotten your true eternal self, your true identity, and the fact that your consciousness is most at home in the 0 point, and the 0 point is the present moment. And so your job as a human being is to get to the present moment, and so any practice that is going to bring you to the present moment, that is what you want to aim for, or to be free of all anxiety, to clear and cut anxiety at its root. Another very powerful message is that you can also heal anxiety by thinking about things that you're grateful for. Like if you start, like say you're out in public and you start, that feeling of anxiety arises, you can think about things that you're grateful for. If it's people that you love, go into detail. Why is it that you love them? What is it specifically that you love about them? Start feeding your consciousness with the frequencies of truth, of love, of alignment, of gratitude, of blessings. This is another really empowered action, because it's like the energy of anxiety. It's kind of like it's like a program that's kind of like a record that's kind of like broken, and so there's got to be a way for you to so the way isn't necessarily to turn towards that and start going, oh my God, what is this broken record saying? Like that, for me, that or that you'll find that all teachers will say that facing that third dimensional narrative is not the way to transcend it. It's like you have to have a spiritual practice. For me, it was just resting as awareness for short moments and prioritizing present moment consciousness over all thoughts and all emotions, and then from that place, then you can then practice focusing on gratitude. These are very, very powerful tools that are being spoken about here, brothers and sisters. And if you do suffer from anxiety, I would watch this video quite a few times to really allow this information to go deep and for it to really, really be digested within you. So I will share this video on YouTube, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to just send a prayer of love, and I just want to send out a light language blessing now. And that is just to assist all of you to absolutely, deeply and utterly eradicate all remnants, all hooks of anxiety, of fear, of any thoughts that are having you believe that you are separate from God, separate from love, separate from source, separate from self, because that is a lie. You are God, you are source, you are self, and that knowing lies in emptiness, in the gap, in presence. I love you. Om Namah Shivaya. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this.